Hello, Power people, and welcome back to a new free Paupergeddon uh, video. Today, we're going to play our last challenge before Geddon, uh, having the opportunity of doing it on a Saturday. We are going to play basically the same list as my last 5-0 a few days ago, with the exception of removing the pollinators that were very bad and bringing back the third Orochi and the Timberwolf. So, in case you don't know the list, this is a Walls Defender combo Pauper deck, kind of intertwined with a part of Elves. The aim is to generate infinite mana, enchanting Axebane Guardian, Overgrown Battlement, or Priest of Titania, with Freed from the Real, or use to the same extent Galvanic Alchemist. Both these blue cards allow to untap the big mana producers for a cost which is 1 blue in case of Freed and 1 blue and 2 colorless for the Galvanic. So if we can have ways to produce more than the mana needed to untap, we go infinite. In order to produce the blue mana with Battlement a Priest, we use Orochi Leaf Collar, which is a key card, and that's why in this version we are playing 3 of these Snake Shaman creature. Then, once you have infinite mana, you usually go through your deck and you find a Valakut Invoker to kill the opponent. You can also kill using the Secret Door, the dungeons, even though it takes a lot more. In order to draw cards, we have 8 cards. 2 Beast Rider Vanguards, which are very good in cooperation with the big mana producers, Queen of Rangers and DeckTech, to look for permanents. They are the most cost-effective version of this effect. And then we have 3 Winding Ways and 3 Lead the Stampede. We have a set of tutors, which are 4 Drifts and 2 Shigol Sentinels. Finally, we have the mana base, which allows us to produce reasonably 2 mana to give to cast one of our big guys turn 2. We have 11 forest and 4 ends, coupled with some additional 1 mana dorks, which are Saruli Caretaker, which is also Defender, Jaspera Sentinels, which is also an elf, and Tinderwolf. That is a sort of catch-all, especially thanks to the ability of producing red mana using only green one. The sideboard is the usual one that I played in the last couple of weeks. Basically, we have as life game package Essence Warden, 3 of them, which are also elves, which is very convenient. As anti, let's say, Jund Garden, we have 3 Avenging Hunters that are very effective, especially if they are cast turn 3. Against Wall Spy, we have a couple of Macabres and not much else. Then we have additional things to be used in various matchups. Mirror Crab is a sort of catch-all, mostly used against blue decks, but not always only against that. For example, it can be used also against Wolf Spy because it can counter effects as well. We move down to only a single Scattershot Archers because there is less fairies around and less delvers around lately. We have a minimal anti-artifact, anti-enchantment package made by 1 Guardian Naga and 1 Mast Vandal. Actually to be used mostly as anti-enchantment because there has been a lot of Kogets coming back and they all play for journeys. So having a way to remove the journey is often vital. And finally, we are trying 3 Hydroblasts once again, which are good against both of our worst matchups, which are the Krark Clan Shaman decks, where we can counter the KCS or even destroy these on the board before they can sack too many artifacts. Very often they play it early. And Gutter Snipe Red or Mono Red Madness, because it can kill the pingers, especially Gutter Snipe itself. Up to now, as long as I draw the Hydroblast, it was very good. It doesn't make these matchups positive, but it helps. One thing I want to try in this slot before Geddon, if I can, is uh, 3 Crimson Acolytes, since we have a lot of colored mana producing. I'm not sure they are going to be better, but I want to test them. Having said so, let's go and play this challenge. Match 1 against Dustin Comite, who is a name I think I never met before. We are on the draw. We have an okay hand. We have plenty of 1 and 2 drops that we can draw. Okay, they are most likely on terror. So here we are just going to develop our mana. See if they have this force spike. They do. So this complicates a little our situation. They should be the terrorless version. Sorry, delverless version. Here the idea would be a natural drawn land. Okay. So I think we just forest cycle. In fact, we did use 2 mana this way. Let's see if they are looking for the third land. Yes. Now the good news is that we can. Okay, what they're doing? Oh, okay. So they theoretically wanted to go on the attack, but they couldn't. So here we are actually playing another land. No, I think we played already a land. I think we find the land, and that's it. Actually, yeah, we find the land, because if they shouldn't have the force spike, but we cannot do much at the moment. So I don't want to give them another instant or sorcery in the graveyard. They might have the mill card. No, okay. We are a little slow this time. I think now they are playing 1 serpent with counterspell backup. We cannot do anything about it. We will just. The idea would be to draw. Yeah, here it is. They have 3 lands. Now let's see if they have the counterspell or they try to go full serpent. For us, the better would be full serpent. Okay. So we know they do not have any form of counter in hand up to now, probably, meaning that this puts a lot of pressures on us, so maybe they can counter later on. On the other hand, this gives us also a little bit of time to develop, which indeed we are going to take. Now, depending on what they do, we might already start blocking with the Jaspera, but I hope we don't need to. Let's see if they shuffle. Yeah, which is always a good sign. Okay, so we do not attack for the moment. Sorry, we do not block for the moment. Do they want to ninja? Okay, let's see if they have more serpents. Yeah, okay. Hmm. Technically, we have the win. We have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, but we cannot be sure about it. So we'll go slightly. Okay, this is definitely better. So we play the other Quirion. They do want to force spike the Quirion. We want the Quirion in play. So now we can untap and play potential blocker plus gaining the life. So now we are more or less in control. Even if they attack, we can block. We can untap. Usually they play sleep. If okay, they play more. Okay, so we win game one. It would be nice to have an additional defender. Okay, but we will find it later on. So for the moment, we just go for the kill for the infinite mana. Read. And now we have everything. So I think we actually start with Winding Way because it should be slightly more mana efficient. My mouse is doing weird things. Okay. So now we'll play. Yeah, there is something weird happening, which is a little worrying. We actually play also the lead. Okay, we didn't get anything from the lead. So we will just go with, we will try to go. I don't know where we are. I don't know if it's my mouse or the client. We go straight for the invoker. So we drift. We get our Valkut invoker, we play it, and now we do 3 damage every 1 tap. I'm only worried about this thing happening with the mouse. It really took a lot of time, the client, to actually open, load, let's say. Once, the first time it failed. It took something like 5 minutes, and then I could not maximize the window anymore. So I had to redo it. So here we are just going carefully. So now that we know they are not on Delver, we can adjust a little, but very probably we are only bringing in the scatter shot because they have normally Mystic and it's an elf, and the crab. We don't need too much else. We want good mana. We could go for the Essence Warden, but I don't think. We need to see what to play to see if we want the Mask Vandal also or not. At the moment, we assume they are bringing in possibly a Nulls, so we just remove the 2 scheduled Sentinels. We might remove, yeah, let's say it this way. We might remove 1 DeckTech. But I like this way. Okay, so now we have reasonably good mana, even though we will play 1 turn delayed, meaning next turn we play the Thunderbolt unless they are tapped out. In that case, we play the Axebane. Let's see if they boomerang. They don't. Okay, we are slightly mana flooded at the moment, to be honest. The good news is that all ends are, let's say, alive. They have a super slow start. Let's see if they shuffle. No. Okay. So here we are actually baiting with the Axebane. I think, yeah, I think we play in this way because next turn we have Axebane with Crab Protection. They are not doing anything. For some reason, it seems they do not play the mill cards. We haven't seen one in, let's say, 2 games, even though this is only 3 turns long. Let's see if they shuffle. Okay, they do play it. So for spike, a slip. Now they might even go for a serpent that we might counter. Though we counter it. We counter the second one if they have it. The problem at this moment is okay, now it's not a problem anymore. So here we winding way because we could not protect the Axebane with the counter. Okay. We get another Orochi, why not? So we are now very close to having everything we need for the kill. We just need to survive a little. Let's see what they do. They mill themselves another for Skype and equip. Okay. They have 5 live cards. Still 5. As usual, let's check if they shuffle. Nope. So now the problem is that they could have a double counter, which we cannot kind of beat. But instead, they think we can go along away with only one counter. So here we just play a Raxman. Interesting. So I would say now we play also this. Now let's see what they want. They might have the boomerang. No. We are not going to block this turn as well. Let's see how many sleeps. They don't do anything. Okay. So now the thing is getting a little more interesting. So we start with a winding way. Okay. So we now try a Beast Rider Vanguard. That they counter. Okay. Uh, so now we go drift, reaping with counter backup. Let's see what they do. They don't do anything, which is quite good for us. We will be forced to sacrifice a few creatures here and there. They did play the unknown, but they can tap only two. The thing is, I think we are forced to lose the Orochis, which is very annoying. They have 3 cards. They sleep one of the Orochi, which is more than fine. They are probably going to sleep something else. Okay. Do we lose both Orochis? Yes. A little risky, but now let's see what they do. Because in this way we have the counter for whatever they think they can do. Oh, okay. That was quite easier than expected. So we should be winning, I guess. Okay. Okay. So here we are going to play our invoker. And it will take a little to kill them, but it's not a big issue. They conceded? Okay, good. I was worried about the mouse. Okay, we win relatively easily match 1. This new terror version, I think, is less problematic as soon as you know you are playing against it, with this list in particular, with the 4 ends that guarantee enough length to play around the 4 spikes and a lot of blockers. See you in match 2. Ready for match 2. This challenge is relatively small, 48 players, only 6 rounds, which is quite good. Let's see what we are going to face. A Tare Hane, who is a known player, but I don't know what they play usually. We are once again on the draw. We have a reasonably good hand though. They are mulliganing, we keep. They go to 5. Could they be spy? Let's see. Forest into Quirion. Okay. This might be Elves. We didn't draw the land, which is annoying. So we are going to uh, cycle the end to play the priest. Okay. They are attacking. I once again have mouse issues. Let's see what they are on. Oh, no, indeed it is spy. The battle. Okay, the good news is that they cannot do much at the moment. They have the black mana, but they miss the card. So right now we are actually going to play the priest. Next turn we are going to have 4 or 5 mana. They do go for the winding way, which is a total whiff. Oh man. Okay, here a Quirion of our own would be great. Oh man. Okay, this is really unexpected because now we play 2 defenders and then even delete the stampede. And we could do even more depending on what we draw from the lead, which is kind of insane. But yeah, okay. So we can play only this. We pass, we have the kill. Now it all depends on them drawing the spy. Elver far side. And the cycles. This doesn't change anything. If they have the spy, they win. If they don't, they lose. Okay. So here we should have it. So we start with tuck tuck into Axpin, into secret door. We go just to be sure for the Galvanic Alchemist. But this is really not needed. Okay. And then we just win. So I think we play the other tuck tuck. Let's see. No, it's Okay, like this, I really don't know what my mouse is doing. I don't know if you see it kind of jumps here and there. So here we play the tuck tuck. So we have then exactly 4 extra mana per loop, meaning 1 invoker activation every 2 loops with only 1 click. Okay, so this is another reasonable matchup for us. We were very lucky and they were very unlucky. Because the winding wave for 0 is really something that I can feel on myself. That's why I tried infinite times not to play winding wave, but it's very complicated if we play the usual super low number of lengths, because it's a kid thing when we mulligan a lot. So I'm just not talking due to the mouse. Once again, I don't want to do weird things. I think I should have even the activation of the Quirion available, but let's try not to misclick. Okay, we win game 1. Game 2, it's mostly a race, so we are bringing for sure the 2 Fairy Macabres. It depends a lot if they are or aren't playing Mountain Misery, so I think we bring in also the Mirror Shell Club just in case. We could try some weird Essence Ward and stuff, but we need 2 of them to try to be outside of their range. So we want to be fast. So I think we got 1 Shieldwall Sentinel, 1 Generous Scent, and 1 lead. Yeah. Okay. We have both good mana, card draw, and a Macabre in hand. They do Elves of Deep Shadow, which is okay. So we now have double Overgrown. Let's see if they have the Mesmeric. No. The real good thing will be if they just go for it next turn. So here we just Overgrown of our own. Winding Way once again. Ah, they find the Mesmeric, which is, and the Spy as well. Okay. They obviously take our Macabre, but we really need to draw the other one somehow. I think we just go anyway here. No, sorry, leader stampede because it sees one more card and we need the other macabre. We do not find it, so we concede. They might maybe not have the other land, so maybe this was a little rushed, but it's fine. I need to remember not to concede until I see the kill. Since they play pedal, they are most likely for land. They were missing one. So both games were actually kind of determined by our opponent winding ways. Now we really need to go for, well, we really need to hope for a turn 4 or even 3 kill hand. In the worst case, we can try to mulligan. Okay, this is not bad. We are actually going to put down one of the lands. It's, yeah, not exalting, but okay, let's see if they have. Okay, first of all, they do not have the spy in hand, which is good. But they have almost everything else they need. Good news is that we are going to have a lot of mana pretty soon, but we need an Orochi. Let's see if they develop their mana or they just play the battlement. Battlement. Now we need to hope they do not have their own turn 3 kill, because we cannot do much about it. But next turn we might actually. So we are close to having a ripping line available. We can also depends on what we draw. We have no, the ripping line is out of the question. We have most likely a drift into leader line, or unless we draw something super good, or at worst a drift into very macabre. So they find another forest. Probably they're going to play the other overgrown. Oh, ship. They take as expected the drift. So now we are not in a very good situation. We don't play the land just to pretend we have something. We just attack with everything. We don't know one of their cards in hand. Problem is the crab is going to become irrelevant very, very soon. They didn't play the land, they go for the winding way. And they have another mesmeric fiend that cannot play now. Okay, now we know everything in their hand. If they find a spy, they can just win, because now they are going to have a lot of mana. We need something. Please, deck. Deck, this is not something. Uh, we... No, we don't play it, we play the land. I think we are dead. We only need... have to hope they do not have the spy. Let's just take the crab. So I'm not sure if they play 5 length and Lotus Petals. So 2 unknowns. Okay. So now we really, really need to draw some card draw or something good. Okay. So I think we play the priest because it's kind of free. And now we hope for a good one anyway. And we get an atrocious one. But at least we find. Then of course we've been wind away and lead. At least we found the macabre. They could actually dread return one of the genocide here to put more pressure on us. Okay. Still 2 cards unknown in their hand. Yeah. One card unknown. Yeah, we just don't do anything. We will take, yeah, probably just the 2 flyers. We block with 1 Quirion. One other hand, still 1 card unknown. They do try the spy, which is a little weird in my opinion. Ah, they spy us. Okay, because indeed he's a good flyer. Now we need something fast. Come on. Okay, so here we play these and we are going to lose the elves. The only card that I regret they put in the graveyard is the Beast Rider Vanguard. That would have been very useful, but it was not the first draw. So here we just block, block, and block, and we go to 5. Okay. The weird thing is that I don't know what we can draw here to save us except the last lead or a drift. We lose in a very, very bad way, but it happens. So of course, we could have played the Macabres to try to block, but we are at way too low life total and we were not going to do anything. Okay, we kind of lost mostly due to the mesmeric fiends and our winding way. That was terrible. See you in round 3. Match 3 against Nasello, who I assume is Italian. We have a reasonable hand, we keep. The mulligan to 6, to 5. This could be spy again. Let's say that as and spy are definitely the decks that mulligan. Okay, it's not. This is actually quite bad news for us. They are on most likely Wildfire, Jund, or Affinity. Again, we have the same thing as before. We just draw nothing significant and we put down 2 card draw. Okay, it's Jund. So, Jund, we just need to go faster. We don't care about whatever they play because we are going to be dead very, very soon. If they already, it's weird they didn't. Well, maybe they do not have the Krark. Our problem is that our hand is atrocious, and again we drew all the card draw. Okay, this was expected. In a one way. I don't think we can do anything this game. The only possibility is because They have mulligan to 5. So now we might have a kill next turn if we draw a drift, and if they do not have removal for Axebane. Okay, this is always not a good sign. Oh, okay, let's see. Freeze, drift, no drift. We play the land and we pass. It's good they have so many basics, meaning they have a little less artifacts for Krark usage. We need to find, the positive in a very, very bad situation. Now they do have the artifacts, and now they play the Krark. Be a Gut Blast, but I think it's Krark most likely. No. Okay. Cast down. I think we will put down the Ceruli. I want the land for the moment. And we keep not drawing well, unfortunately. So let's see. The problem was losing against okay, losing against Spy. So against Jand, it's a kind of hopeless situation. We bring in the Hydras and the Hunters. We bring out a few slow cards, one Winding Way, and one TackTack. Let's try this way. Funny thing is they even mulligan to 5 that game. We are on the play, no land, no terrible hand. This is good, but we have nothing basically going on. Super slow. We hope that they waste some time with a duress. But usually we might win against them. If they mulligan to 5, it's almost impossible that we win if we mulligan to 5, especially in the play. The thing is that we cannot do anything here. We just must play all the cards and just hope they do not have it. Green. This is probably a wildfire. No, it's a Krark, just in this way, which is okay. So what we are actually going to do is to kill it. So at least we were able to eliminate one crack. Now I think we are going to probably get okay. Oh no, yeah, no, yeah. That no, now they cannot familiar us, which is again very good. Now, if we only could draw some card draw, okay. Here we just go for it, meaning we play everything, hoping they do not have much. And we hope to that they don't have basically anything, and we draw something next turn. Okay, they are drawing. Seemingly they do not have untapped lands. They could be looking for a pyro to kill the Galvalk, which of course can happen. The idea would be if they didn't have any land at all. Okay, the top one is okay. And they have Krark that of course can kill most of our stuff. But we leave them with only. If they let us untap, they must be killed because it's. And of course we whiff. This is so sad. They made a huge mistake, but still they are not punished. Now they're presumably going with riding Grizzlies, which is actually happening. Now I think they are going to kill everything. Let's see if they even have. Yeah, now they kill everything. We concede. We had one chance, but yeah, it's almost impossible usually. Uh, so yeah, nothing to say. We lost. Round 4 against Sheep, which I think I met before but cannot remember. They are not one of the usual grinders. We open on the play a terrible hand, so we mulligan. We get a mediocre one that we will keep hoping not to be against a lot of decks. This end is not very good to be honest, but go to 5 on the play without when I have mana is way too risky. They kept 7. Let's see what we are going to face. Okay. Okay, this seems to be some form of red-green ramp. That is usually a very good matchup for us. If it actually could be, I'm checking what we binned, lead and forest. If it actually could be land destruction, it would be really, really good for us. No, so we are actually facing elves, and everything changes. Good news is that we were on the play. So the thing is that we cannot win until for turn 5. Let's hope they do not have a disastrous end. Now they're sacking an end, most likely. Yeah. So they have now 5 unknown cards in hand. Timberwatch is not too bad. It will a lot depend on how many other creatures can. Okay, Winding Way and oh, where did they got another priest and one. Okay, there is 2 unknowns. A priest of our own would be super good. Okay, this is not bad actually, because I think we can try to do something here now. We lead and we do not find much. But we can play a few blockers. We are not going to play the Jaspera. Oh yeah, here we take a drift. Okay, now there are 7 elves. Then for sure at least 8 elves. Let's see if they have some. Okay, so now we don't know anything about their hand. If they have, okay, they do have, obviously, the Hydra. As soon as they play, we concede. It's amazing how we never draw what we need unless we are already winning, and opponents always find everything. Okay, so against elves, we just bring in the 3 essence wardens. We remove the 2 Jasperas and 1 at the problematic thing is we lost game 1 on the play, so in the best case they will be on the play in game 3, which is going to be very hard for us to do. Anyhow, now we have a good hand because we will have a multiple priest advantage. The bad news is that we need to find soon an Orochi, but turn 3 we are going to do multiple things. So they start with a Jaspera. See what we find. We find a Saruli that actually is not too much useful. Let's see. Okay, they also have 1 priest, but now our priest is 4 mana. Okay, so we play another priest. Then we play Winding Way. And we do find the Orochi, but uh, nothing. I think these are 5/6. We have everything. Let's check. 6, 7. Yeah, okay. So we can have the turn 3, unless they play, of course, some form of Pyroblast. That would be very sad. Okay. So now we just show them the kill, hoping they will concede. Let's see. Yeah, they conceded. Okay, we win game 2 on the play relatively easily. Now we need to do the same game 3. Unfortunately, we wasted the turn 3 kill this game instead of having next one. Let's hope to repeat. And we definitely are not repeating with our first hand, even though it's not too bad. But okay, this one is way better. So we remove this Ruli because we need. Okay, they start with a not so fast start. We need really a Quirion or something fast to. Okay, this is very good for us. They ranging out their Birchlore. Okay, they are on the multicolor version, which is kind of important. Okay, so now we can have multiple things happening. Okay, this is fine. Let's see if the Birchlore. Yeah. Okay. So we are very close to the kill. We miss one man. The cycle, they do another winding way. They unfortunately find quite a bit of elves, but I think we can survive one turn. We are taking 11. Now we need to win, hoping they have a lot of cards in hand and they can untap. So they basically have one mana available. Okay, we find the mana we needed. We must go for it. Let's see if they have something to stop us. If they have the vines, so be it. Okay. So we beat elves. Hopefully, yes. We are kind of going. Okay. I don't want to slow roll, but I wanted to maximize mana production and life. So now we are going to show them immediately that we have the kill, not to waste their time. Okay, they are not conceding, so they might have Hydroblast, which is okay. We let's check first of all. Okay, we didn't bin the reaping. Let's see if they have the hydro. No. Okay, we just win. Okay, they conceded. So we win against Elves with yeah, a bit of bad luck. Game one, quite a bit of luck, I would say, but yeah, reasonable luck. Game two with the turn three kill, and here it was yeah a little better. Okay, ready to go to round five. Ready for round five. We are 26th in the bottom half, close to the middle. Let's hope we can win the next two so we can try to top 16. Oh, we are against Isidore, who is a well-known player that often has connection issues though. We keep this hand, we have a reasonably good hand. I hope they are not, usually they are not on red, but who knows. In the past, they were playing a lot of X-Proof, then also MonoU fairies, possibly Terror. We are on the play. In case they seem not to be around as usual, I will stop at 24 minutes of the remaining time and then we restart as soon as they come back. Okay, so we start with Saruli. We are two cards away from the combo. Of course, this might mean many things. Forest. Okay, so they might be again or on Elves or on some form of green-red ramp that is usually a very good one for us. So yeah, it's ramp. They probably are going to Malevolent Rumble. No, lots of mana. Okay, we also have lots of mana. And we need to find something soon, I would say. We keep the Quirion in hand because if we draw the Drift, we are going to go for the Ripping Line. The ideal for us will be that they are on land destruction. Apparently not. Let's see if they have the classical turn 3 Avenging Hunter. No, yeah, they are on land destruction. Very good. Okay, we do find the Drift. So we can now win. We need 16 mana and one spell cast. Of those 16 mana, one has to be black. And we can use here the Orochi or even the Saruli for it. So that means after the reaping we will have, in theory, exactly 7 mana for blue, at least for blue, so that we can freed and then use the second drift to fetch the kill condition. Oh yeah, we go there even though it's slower. Typically it's faster to go through when Orochi is out through the battlement, but we really don't have time issues here. Let's see if they concede. I'm still having mouse issues today, which is really weird. Okay. So basically this game was kind of free for us. We were on the play with a well, with very good mana, and we made the only good decision to keep the Quirion in hand just in case of this line could come up. Let's do it this way. So we will save one click here and there. Okay. So now we need to untap 8 times. What happens? Why? Ask me no response. Okay, so we do it 24 mana this time. That I mean the mouse is a problem. Then I think we'll need only 2, so we can do the Centricas before tapping the remaining forest. They actually deployed a new version of the client this morning. I don't know if this is actually the cause because I cannot see much weird stuff happening on my mouse outside of Magic Online. Anyhow, now we go 16. We don't even untap, we have double untap, so it's just faster. Okay, and we win game 1. Against them, we just side in the Essence Wardens. Uh, we can side out one tuck. I think one just spear and one Thunderbolt. They might, their interaction can be in the form of run through style cards, or they can have multiple red spells ranging from casting to the fire to typically electricity or breath weapon. Okay, ready for game two. Now they are on the play. The thing that we would like to see are length, of course, and video ranger. Uh, this end is so-so, but let's try it. We really need to find the length. Okay, this is now probably not the best. The good thing is they didn't start with any acceleration. Oh, it's reasonably okay. Let's see if they keep the land or the chrysalis. They keep the chrysalis. Now, Aquarium would be so good. Okay, no Aquarium, but still we can do the windy way. Or we try to. Turn two windy ways are usually evil things. We remove, okay, only one lead, that's fine. So we are now one card away from, well, we were already one card away from the combo. But luckily we now have, now the thing is, do we want Axebane or do we want Orochi plus Overgrown? They are not pressing us anyhow, so I would say Axebane. If they now play the Chrysalis, actually, yeah, Axebane for sure. No, yeah, it's the same kind of. We will get even more mana that will allow us to deploy quite a bit of things. Okay. So now we have 4 mana available. I think we play the other. We take one hit. I don't want to play the Orochi without reason. Next turn we can try to win, or in the very worst case, get in play the generous set. See, this is Pirate or an Avenging Hunter. Avenging Hunter, okay. They have a lot of cards in it. Okay. So let's try first one activation of Beast Rider Vanguard. Get a lot of additional roaches that we don't need. So we can now play even this one. And then the end. Now, if they have a double breath weapon, we are in a very bad position. In any other condition, we are relatively well. Okay, this is for big patrol. Okay, let's see wild growth. Okay, they attack only with the big guy, which is fine. Now we should be able to win. We need to find only one card. So let's start. And here it is, the fleet. Okay. The fact that Beast Rider Vanguard finds permanence is so good. Okay, so now it's just a matter of time again. What do we get here? I think the DeckTech, because we can do more things if needed. And we find the drift. They have no mana, right? Yeah. Now it will be much faster. So our loops generates 5 mana. So we just untap one additional time here to have a first deactivation. Then we will do a few 15s, I think, meaning we do 3 times. And then we tap the Twist of Titania. No, actually, we tap a Saruli, so it's easier. So now we need 32 mana. Priest is 2, which is quite convenient, because it gives us exactly 32 after 6 untaps of our Axebane. This is the 5th, and this is the 6th. And so it's 4 activations, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we win very easily the matchup against a very favorable deck. So we are 3-2, 3-2, kind of sad for the loss against Spy, but yeah, it happens. Let's see what we will face in the final round. Ready for the final round of today's challenge. We are up to now in 19th position. We basically need to win to hope for a top 16. We might not get it anyhow. I think no one of the guys who beat us are high. No, yeah, one is. And we are playing against Matteo Sponziano. We are on the draw. And we this hand is not bad. I think we just keep the tac and let's see what we are facing. White, okay. This might be White Winnie. That should be a favorable matchup. Oh, it's actually Glint Blade, which is also favorable, but less than White Winnie. So here, yeah, we just start with the Priest. Let's see if they kill it. they do with a cast down, which is a very well spent cast down for me. They seem to be okay, not having much going on. Let's hope to draw a land. Okay, Aquarion is fine. So now we go. I think we go tuck tuck. Let's see what they do. Okay, so now we hope to be able to use the battlement. Let's see if they have another cast down. They do not. So we play another battlement. And then we try to untap. Okay, and we do Windy Way. Which is a reasonably good one. So I think we just play this guy. We cannot yet go for, let's play also a Jasper. We cannot risk to go for the Reaping Line due to possibly open Thraben Charm. Okay, didn't do anything, which is very good. 5? Ah, okay, they are okay. So now I need to check if we have the win. Of course, they could have cast down. So we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. We do not have the win. So we just go Orochi into a lead stampede. This might be a little sketchy, but and we use the elf. Okay, now it's not anymore sketchy. And we should have the win now. We untap on defender. We play our Galvanic Alchemist. It's just 3, right? Yeah. We might have messed up. Yeah, let's keep it this way. If we play, no, I think it's fine. So we play Shiva Sentinel. We go get a drift, and we just wait. This cry. I I think I misplayed this one. I had to play first the Shigwell Sentinel so that I could have had the mana on top. Oh well. Okay. Now the thing is, Trabin Charm But basically, whatever they have, we can reaping. Okay, so they play a land, so they might have prismatic strength. That is not going to do much. Okay, so yeah, we just sorry, we just play another defender. We know we cannot go for the reaping line anyhow, so we are just going for a normal Valakut Invoker one, maybe. Close. Okay, let's see if they have the strength, which would be a little, yeah, need a little. And also we need here 3 untaps. Okay, I don't care about that thing. We are not going to take the risk of them finding something. I untapped one. I've made an extra blow without reason, but it's fine. Now we just need to do our stuff. A lot of times. So I'm not sure what to side in this case, if anything. Meaning we can. I'm not sure if we need any enchantment removal or maybe just the crab. We could have our own initiative, but I don't think we care about their main plan. I'm not sure if we are missing part of their deck. This seems to be a black-white thing with ephemerate. So the black we need to understand what it is for. Okay, in the meantime we have one game one, so maybe the crab. We bring in the crab. Okay, took a little, but we won game one. Okay, so let's see what we have. We could bring in the macabres, but I don't think they are going to record the initiative. Let's only bring one crab for Syndrome was quite useful, I think, and then oh yeah, let's try this way. Okay, this end is also reasonably good. They are managing to 6. We are going to actually play now the Saruli. Let's start with an inspector. Okay, this is good because we will have priest into Saruli, most likely. If they want to kill the Saruli, no. That means we now play another Saruli. They play. Okay, that was very good for us actually. So here we are going to play yet another Saruli. I think we can technically play next turn the end. Which is definitely not bad. Okay, I love the Capena lens. Unless we draw a big wall, that would be super good to draw in this spot. And we do draw it. So let's see if they play Snuff Out. They seemingly don't. Okay, we find another one. That will find us. She was sent here. That will find us a drift, and if they don't have anything, we will have the kill next turn. Plus, most likely an additional uh, Beast Rider Vanguard. Look, let's see if they go what they do. Okay. This was another good matchup for us. So in the end, summarizing today's challenge, we faced 5 decks that we could beat. I would say 3 of them, almost 4, were reasonably favorable, which were so 2 very favorable. This one and the green-red ramp. Then the favorable but not by a huge margins, the mono blue terror with Force Spike and Elves. Then we had a real 50-50 with Spy and a very bad one with Jund. It's a pity we lost against Spy, but of course then we met very good decks for us, so it's okay. Let's hope we top 16. Anyhow, we were positive. I think we made a couple of minor mistakes against Spy, while against Jand probably we couldn't have done much. We didn't draw well, and we need to draw well against them. Thank you for watching. Next week, hopefully, I will be playing Geddon, hoping to day 2. Day 2 would be my big success for the end of the year. See you in Lucca if you're coming. Feel free to pass by. And good luck to everyone playing as well. And see you for all the rest for my next video. Ciao!